God, dude. Just in time. We're live. NBA. Round 2 predictions and round 1 recap. What a couple weeks of basketball. It's been 2.5 weeks, I think, since the last time. So overall takeaways. Well, first we have to welcome on first-time guest. Welcome to the show.
Happy to be here.
Give out your government name. You know, some people are weird.
Nah, I'm good. They know who I am.
All right, you know who he is, and we're rejoined by the other members of the NBA panel, maybe with some hot takes tonight. We have one winner with us and 3 losers' favorite team, but we'll get into all that tonight.
Happens.
Yeah, so we did a bracket. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about the first round first. So I have it in order of how they ended. So this means we start with the play-in. Yay. You did not like the play-in this year, Michael?
Well, we got one team out of it, so that was good.
True. Any thoughts or reactions on Hornets, Heat, who's the other ones? Warriors. What was the other one?
I think weren't we 3 for 4? The only one we all missed was the Magic getting in.
It was pretty bad. Who is it? The Warriors beat somebody. I couldn't even remember what happened.
The Suns.
They beat the Clippers. Right?
Oh, the Clippers, yeah. Yeah, so any thoughts? Hornets?
No.
Magic? Beat
I took them Punk nipple unders. Ooh, he won me some money. Thank you, KK.
Nah, I was really high
losing
on
the
them.
rookie of the year. Losing the rookie of the year in the play-in sucks. That's all I gotta say.
Is that even a thing?
How do you feel about the votes staying open until after those games, and then possibly some people switching their votes?
I think those votes should still be open so Jaylen Brown can get the fuck off of first team All-NBA. That's what I think.
All right, let's not go too fast into the realm there. I mean, I'm trying to remember what the Heat Hornets game was good. I think I don't know. We'll just move on. So the first series.
I did not watch a minute of this game.
Okay,
I have nothing to say.
I'll fight for this series. There was actually some fun. Game 1 was horrible. Game 2 was horrible. Game 3 was actually interesting, and I didn't watch.
That's always the one game. Game 3 is always the one game where it's the first game at home for the underdog team, and they come out hot, and then that's the gentleman's sweep game that people always get. But they couldn't get it because this Thunder team is generational. So.
All right. Well, go ahead.
Wait, generational.
This Thunder team?
Shea posting Dylan Brooks with after the series with the Cancun on 3 or whatever. Man, if I'm Dylan Brooks, I'm posting a 24-hour montage of Shea lowlights or something. That was so disrespectful. I also did not watch a single second of this fucking series because who did? I'm sorry. I don't even think the people.
Game 3 was good.
Is that the one where Dylan Brooks was like, I got Shea in this next one? Was that before game 3?
I don't know.
There was some game he was like, he said, I got Shea in the next one, and then Shea just cooked him. I don't know if that was game 3 or 4, but.
Is Shea the best player in the NBA right now?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, I have to say, Dylan Brooks, 18 points, 30 points, 33 points, 23 points.
Respect to him.
You can't blame this on him. I know he's going to get clowned. But what's the answer for the Suns team? Anybody?
This is a win of a year for them. This is 100% a victorious year. They were, I think they were, exactly what did they have? A 23 over-under before the year started. They were one of the worst teams in the league before the year, and they got a coach who cares and got his players to care, and I don't know, they have no picks for any time in the future, so they're going to be this sort of team for the next couple of years at least. But I mean, Devin Booker's their guy, and they're just going to ride this they're gonna ride this thing. I mean, it's like Jalen Green has negative value, so they might, I don't know, attach a pick to him to get him somewhere else, save some money. But there's not really much this team can do.
Well, looking at the final scores, they probably covered every game, so except for the first game. All right, well, we'll move on to a slightly more interesting series, maybe with the Spurs losing a game to the Trailblazers in Game 2. Wemby concussion, he comes back. Ali, we'll start with you. What were your thoughts on this series, if any?
This is real basketball to me, like real hatred between teams. No more of this soft shit. Wemby going at Denny all the time. Like, thank you. Finally, someone go at that kid. I'm sorry. There, I said it. Like, I don't even care. Go at that kid. I don't know why it took so long for someone to finally, him and Castle, like, thank you. Dylan Harper is future All-NBA. He's crazy. I thought this was actually a good series, like good scoot series. That was kind of fun. Robert Williams was crazy. Donovan Clingan was like unplayable.
Scoot was good for 3 games.
Yeah. This was overall, I think, what we were kind of all expecting, like a competitive short series.
Yeah, I mean, similar to Phoenix, Portland has had a fine year. They did exactly what they were going to do, and they just got a bad draw maybe playing San Antonio in the first round because this was never going to go more than 5. But it was fun to watch. It was fun to watch Wemby just be insane, and that whole Spurs team is – they get better like every game I watch them. Like the more I watch them, the more I believe that they can like beat OKC, at least in the West. So and then the East isn't really a conversation.
So do you think the Spurs team is the second best team solidified and left?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Michael, sorry, you're going to say something.
I was just to say I'm sure Spurs fans are we're happy to see De'Aaron Fox get going to end out the series because I know he was one of their big, like, if he plays well, they'll do very well. If he doesn't, then there might be some questions there. But he got going to end the series, and they're definitely looking good. I don't know how the Timberwolves stay in a series with them, but I guess we'll see. They might have luck on their side. Who knows?
Dude, Kelly Olynyk on the Spurs?
Yeah.
How did I not know this?
I'm pretty sure he started some games to start the year.
He played 1 minute in 2 games. Getting paid $13 million. All right.
Yeah, maybe that was last year.
I didn't watch a ton of this series, to be honest. I only watched the Trailblazers 1 win, which was hype. All right, Michael, your time to shine. Your New York Knicks advance over the Atlanta Hawks. I was the one who thought this one could go 6 games. I think you guys both had 5 games. So, I mean, it seems like they kind of got their stuff together as the series went on. What were your observations from this one for your hometown Knicks?
Yeah, they did. They kind of figured it out. They kind of just stopped being stupid after Game 3. They had their 2 losses were both 1-point losses where they had go-ahead shots at the final buzzer to win the game, and they missed both of them. So overall, good series. I mean, I think it turned out how we kind of thought. I remember saying the Knicks just had more answers than the Hawks. Like, the Hawks had one way of winning, and it was getting out in transition, playing good defense, keeping Cat from doing what Cat does well. And if they couldn't do that, then there was nothing else they could turn to. And the Knicks have a lot of different things they could have done to beat the Hawks. And we saw that in the final 3 games of the series when they won by double digits and then double digits again, and then by 54 or whatever they won by in the final game. So yeah, I think it was a good start to the series for them where they had to overcome something. If I feel like if they played like the Magic or some other team that is not as good as them, they would have just rolled them and then got into the second round and not been tested. And I feel like games 1 through 3 were a good test-ish for them to start the playoffs.
The Magic are rolling, dude. They got hot.
Well,
all right.
Besides
besides the analytical side of it, I was actually got to be in New York City for 2 of these games. Watched Game 3, went out to the bar for Game 4. The Knicks win immediately after following. The chant in the crowd is "Fuck Trae Young." your comments as a New York Knicks representative and fan.
I don't believe you.
How would I make that up?
I think that's fake Knicks fans.
Well, there was a whole bar
Are those
full
the
of
same
them.
Knicks fans that were cheering when Tatum popped his Achilles?
Nobody did that.
I can't testify to that.
Let me pull up the video real quick, actually.
I wasn't in New York City. Well, I mean, this is a good for you, Michael.
I can't take responsibility for the wrongdoings of fellow fanatics.
I did have a friend who was very vehemently, I don't know that's how you say that, yelling at somebody to stop saying that. But were there any other thoughts besides?
Yeah, because Trae Young's a bum and he's
on the Wizards. He's on the Washington Wizards. Were there any other thoughts on this series?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that was very clear video of something happening.
Don't make her pull it up again.
Yeah, I'll pull it up again.
Any other thoughts? Knicks Hawks. It was fun to see the Knicks. Like, I feel like New York went silent when it was 2-2. Like, you guys, not you specifically, but like no one cared about basketball anymore in New York, and then all of a sudden you won the last 2 games. It's fine.
Yeah, I mean they figured things out pretty quick. They I don't know, the offense running through Cat works way better, I think, than anything I've seen from them. And I don't know, Mikey, you might feel differently, or anybody might feel differently, but yeah, I think having Brunson do more off-ball stuff and having Cat be like the number one guy is probably the best way to beat any team in the East going forward.
Yeah, I think it's going to work. That Cat like standing at the free throw line extended or top of the key or something, that's going to be very good in this series against Embiid, I feel like, because Embiid does not want to go anywhere but in the paint. And if he doesn't come out to him, he's just splashing threes all day in his face. So it'll be interesting to see what the Sixers do with that.
We got to talk about Game 6. Was that like one of the biggest playoff wins in history?
Yeah.
I think so.
It was the third. It was the third. But their halftime lead was the biggest in history. 51
Mikal Bridges finally remembered how to play basketball. Great sight to see.
For you, especially.
Finally,
there was a lot of jarring.
I have something to say.
About
I'm a
Derek
Knicks
White
fan now.
Okay.
Why?
Who else am I supposed to root for? In the East, at least.
Anybody but New York?
Not rooting for Philly. No way.
Obviously not Philly.
In this series,
I'm sorry.
Another two teams.
Eastern
the
Conference
Cavs are so soft. I hate the Cavs.
Yeah, I kind of like it when my Ohio friends' boyfriends are all mad. Like, that's better for me. Detroit, they're not doing jack shit. So all that's left is the Knicks.
All right, let's keep it a buck here. We do have the live chat with us tonight. Aiden Pearl 7927 says Ali in all caps, and also hi Ali from Anastasia.
Let's go.
Someone on screen is typing in their own chat, so really locked in on this.
What?
Just pulling a Mikey. Emma Tomaszewski 8328 says W Ali. So a lot of fans for Ali tonight.
Woo! This Blazer is crazy.
We'll move on to my finals champion pick, the Nuggets. They go down to 4-2. Ali was going to pick them too, but since I picked them, I have to look at what you did. But Timberwolves, I feel like every year, Mikey, you called this out correctly. You said everyone sleeps in the Timberwolves. They got it done. You said 7. It didn't even take 7. DiVincenzo hurt in, what was that, Game 4? No Io in Game 6. Ant is like going to come back for Game 1 tonight, but he was out for a couple of games. So is this trouble in paradise for the Denver Nuggets? Like, I feel like we kind of have to look at this from a Nuggets perspective before we talk about the Timberwolves. Ali, we'll jump to you again since, you like to cover these big moments of downfalls.
Yeah, like, for a good day there, I was like, damn, like, Jokic is coming to Boston, like, Jaylen Brown, enjoy fucking Colorado, like, who cares? But now that I come back to earth a little bit, I don't think that they fire Adelman or whatever, but, like, they should. And I think they kind of need to do something different. Like, I don't know if that necessarily means Jamal Murray because I feel like that might be too much, but get Aaron Gordon and who's the other one? Cam Johnson, who hasn't done jack shit for them this whole season. Get him out of there. I don't know. I think that they just need to retool a little bit. But I will say that Jokic defense is a problem, I feel like.
I have to admit I did not watch any of this series because all the games started at 9:30, 10, or 10:30, so I'm boycotting that until they wanted to give us a realistic start time. How did Jamal Murray play in this series?
Terrible.
Really?
McDaniels had him in jail, dude.
He had the lowest effective field goal percentage of any high volume scorer in NBA history.
That seems like that alone would do it, no?
He shot like 31% from the field or something like that on 20-something shots a game. He was actually terrible.
Crazy.
Any other thoughts on what went wrong here, how this transpired? I mean, good for I feel like everyone knew coming in this would be like the series to watch. At least this was my favorite series to potentially watch, but then I didn't realize the games would be on at 10 p.m. But
Rudy Gobert, shout
Rudy
out.
Locked
just
up.
Amazing. Even that Game 6 performance, he was just I've never enjoyed playing or watching Rudy Gobert play as much as I did in this series. It was and I really like Jokic, but he could not get a damn thing going over Gobert. It was awesome.
I was listening to this point recently. It's kind of weird how all the teams like the Nuggets, the Celtics, and the Bucks all won a championship, and you'd be like, oh, maybe something happens with them moving forward. But now all of them are in kind of a rut, so we'll just have to see about that for the Nuggets. I don't know what the offseason will hold. More comments from the chat. W Squad from Book Sox Buddies. Wowza. I'm excited for Rudy versus Wemby next. Yeah, stay tuned. We'll talk about
the
that
French
series.
Connection.
I was thinking, I don't even think the Nuggets can do much because they're a second apron team. I don't even, right? They can't sign and trade and they can't aggregate.
Nope.
They just have to do one.
And all of their big contracts are guys who were not good this year.
Yeah, that's a rough situation.
Christian Brown.
You're saying Cam Johnson. What are you getting for Cam Johnson?
I know.
Nothing.
Yeah.
And Christian Brown averaged 4.5 points in this series.
Yeah. That's a tough situation. I don't know.
Christian Brown's getting paid 20. His contract's going up to
Peyton Watson's an unrestricted free agent. I don't know. They're going to have an interesting offseason, that's for sure.
A lot of questions in Denver. W-Dub. Finally, someone appreciates the host. Thank you. All right. We keep moving to a series that we all got wrong.
H-Town, baby.
Okay. They lost.
You wanted to take the Lakers, Dub.
I know. The most frustrating thing is I had my takes heading into this thing, and I was talked out of Lakers in 7 I was a crazy madman person. Turns out
you still were a crazy
madman. I was right.
Crazy prediction. Yeah.
They won. And they didn't even need Reeves or Luka. It was just
what were the Rockets minus 600 or something to start the series to win it?
Were they?
It was something crazy.
Well, the Durant thing is kind of, no one really knows. Is it a knee contusion? Did he screw up in the locker room? But Murph, we'll start with you. I know your favorite team to talk about is the Houston Rockets.
Bro, fire everybody.
We were getting teamed up on in that group chat. That was crazy.
So mad. I don't know why this team makes me so upset. I just everything from the roster construction to the coaching to the actual on the floor product is just abysmal. I had them beating the Lakers in probably 5 before I knew KD was out. But even the one game that KD played in, I'm pretty sure they lost, game 2. So I don't know. What do you say about a team like this? Reed Shepherd, what is it first option hoops in some cases on offense is just a recipe for disaster. He had the most 3-pointers attempted in the series and like the 4th best percentage on like the whole team. Like, man, it's just like pulling teeth like all season. Move the team to Vegas. I don't know what to say. This is a bad time.
He shot 1 of 10 for 3.
Yeah, that's just another night.
Game 6.
He had like one good game. I think it was like game 4 or 5 maybe, where he played really well, and he had a decent season overall numbers wise. But yeah, I don't know.
For a lot of the year, Ime wouldn't play him, and then and then in the playoffs, they're like, oh, actually, 35 minutes, 42 minutes. Like
we're gonna start him 5 games in a 6-game series. Like
this series probably had the best overall game though. That game on that Friday night, I think it was game 3.
Oh my god, that was so bad.
That was cinematic though.
It was great, but horrible.
Jayshawn Tate just like fouling on the 3, and then that was.
I was looking over the play-by-play of that game today, and it was like Jayshawn Tate fouled Marcus Smart, and Marcus Smart on like the 3-pointer. They took Jayshawn Tate out of the game. Put Reed Shepherd in for him, and then Reed Shepherd turned the ball over at half court immediately. And that was when LeBron hit the 3. It's just
so bad.
That was electric. W. Brown.
That was great. Hey, I love seeing that. If he can win 1 game against OKC, that's all I need to see from him. That would be amazing.
We'll talk about it. That's what will clarify him as a great, in your opinion, if he wins.
Yeah, that's what puts him over the edge.
1 game against OKC.
That's the legacy. All right, we got more comments. Ali, maybe for you. God, I hate CJ Stroud.
All right, you know what? I agree with whoever just said moving to Vegas. It's CJ Stroud City, and I stand on that.
Okay.
He's out here. He's putting in work in the offseason. He looks like fucking Fousey Tube now. We're out here, and we're coming back bigger and better than ever.
I don't know about all that. You're completely saying, I know. I was talked off the ledge. Breakers.
Yeah.
Mike with the Bud Light. Hell yeah, brother. Cheers.
Blue Moon.
Murph, your thoughts on this one? Sangoon equals charm and soft.
Couldn't agree more.
Clarified Sengun.
Yeah,
I was actually appalled by watching Sengun play basketball. Like I thought he was cool, but I don't really have that opinion on him anymore. All right, next one.
Sengun is what casual fans and haters think Cat is.
Fair.
Yeah, if you only play 2K and you don't watch any basketball, you think Sengun is good, I think.
May or may not have been me until the playoffs. All right, next one. 76ers over Celtics.
This is a good one. Should we skip it or should we talk about this one? Or?
There wasn't really much happening here. Not a lot to say. Ali, I think you've been stewing on some things you wanted to say.
I don't even know where to start with what I have to say. I the Jays. They mean everything to me, but this. Oh my god! Like I can't even wrap my mind around it. Tatum comes back from this gruesome injury. Sir, don't full screen me. This is too much. Tatum comes back with a gruesome injury, and all for what? To go out sad, to sit out a game 7, to sit here and let in the clutch, to sit here and let Jaylen Brown play hero ball and throw up the worst shots ever. And not to mention, oh my God, after game 2, he's out here posting a fit pic like an hour after the game. And I was like, okay, like this is a little ridiculous. It's just one playoff loss though. Like they probably think, it's in the bag. We blow game 5 when we're up, 20 in the middle of the 3rd quarter. We blow that game at home. And what does this motherfucker do? 15 minutes before he even goes on the press conference or on his little thing, he posts another fit pic. And I was so mad at this point. That's how I know he's so soft. And he just came back to get his PR up because he knew he was somewhat close and might as well. He did not care about any of this season. Should have saved us the time. We should have tanked. We could be getting fucking AJ right now, hometown kid. And don't even get me started on the other one. doing a Twitch stream last night.
The other one.
Oh my God. You just blew a 3-1 lead. You played god awful in all 6 games outside of game 7. God awful. You're out here. You blow a 3-1 lead. This is first time in his career being bounced in the first round, right? Or have they been bounced in the first round before?
Maybe early on they were.
Yeah, first time in a while not making it out of the first round. And you go on fucking Twitch going through game highlights. You pause it at certain points when you have the ball and you're like, chat, what would you do here? You're an NBA player. Like, what are you doing? Like, that is so embarrassing. And this dude right now is out here posting fit pics too on Instagram. I care more than they do about losing, and that drives me insane. Like, it's just, and you know what? Like, while we're at it, this is so soft. Like, he just beat you in game 7 in Boston, and you're out here like, that's happier than he's gonna look on his fucking wedding day. It's ridiculous. Like, but Jaylen Brown, I think he will always get a pass from me for this season. That Twitch stream was ridiculously immature. He's damn near 30. Let's start acting like it. I don't care. If you want to request a trade, out here saying after, you know, the best player is injured for 3/4 of the season, you're out here. After, keep in mind, after you blow a 3-1 lead, eliminated in the first round, you're out here saying this is my favorite year of basketball that I've played in my life. Like, just request a fucking trade. Just get out. I don't care. And Jason Tatum, put the phone down after the game. Put the fucking phone down, period. I do not care to see your fits. It makes me more mad. And number 2, go and tell Jaylen to give you the ball. Just, like, can someone just sit them down and be like, look, Jason's better than Jaylen. Doesn't mean that you both don't get the opportunities here. And I feel like Colin's going to know what I mean. I feel like I sound like our dad right now, which is even worse because he was going crazy the other night when they lost. And I feel like I sound crazy too. But how can you not be like completely enraged at this? If they don't fuck around and start hucking up threes in game 5, then Tatum doesn't get hurt in game 6. It's just, oh my God. And honestly, I'll never admit this. Don't anyone ever tell my dad this. Mazzulla's got to go too. I don't care. He gets one more year because, yeah, he's the coach of the year. And yeah, I bet on it in February. So I'm going to win like $50. Great. What does that mean?
Okay, nice.
I'm done.
Look at I saw the thing today. They're three of the last 4 years. Their playoff exits have come when they're favored in a series by 500 or more, like minus 500.
Yeah, well, they can't win at home. Well, the style of play they play is just like...
Well, they lost this series the exact same way they lost to the Knicks last year. They just chuck. And then, guess what? A 3 is worth more than 2, but if you're down 1, all you need is 2. Like, you need to score points.
Get out of here, too. I don't care.
Okay. Now, enough.
He sucks.
No Pritchard slander.
Like, Sam Hauser, Derek White... Let's get packing. Derek White.
Yikes.
I'll give you that.
Don't say Pritch. Oregon, by the way.
Yeah, wait.
I watched in game 6. No one in that team gave a fuck. So I was like, why do I give a fuck? If they don't give a fuck, no one cares. Joe Mazzulla kept Peyton Pritchard with the second team, and he was grinding. And came back and won the game. That guy cares about basketball.
Don't say they almost came back. They brought it from 30 to 12. They didn't come back.
They were at 10 with like 2 minutes to go. There was 2 points in that game where they almost came back. And Tatum was on the bench posting on Instagram. And by the way,
I know. Don't remind me.
That's your guy. I'm backing Peyton Pritchard. We need to blow this whole thing up. No, I'm just kidding. Keep Jaylen Brown. Keep Pritchard. Everyone else can go.
Get Giannis. Yeah. I don't even care. Like, get Giannis his ass.
All right, not that.
I don't know if you fired.
To get Giannis.
Mazzulla's not getting fired, and the Jays aren't getting traded realistically. I think the only thing that would happen is like Derek White gets traded for a big man. Obviously, Vucevic will be like playing for like New Orleans or something next year.
No, don't even give him that. China,
Siberia, I don't know. Murph will go.
You were very big. You were very big on that Vooch trade when it happened.
That now feels like a move where they just were like, everyone else is doing something, we have to do something.
Yeah, You don't think Anthony Simons would have made a difference in the series?
100% he would have.
100%. He would have made some threes. They had like 5 guys. It was like Shireman, Gonzalez, Walsh, Garza, and someone else. They went like 0 for 11. Like
Yeah.
4 or like 5 of the guys in like this 9-man rotation didn't make a 3. And this is a team that shoots more threes than like anybody in the NBA. Like that can't work. like the team, like last night, like how they played, I feel, especially with like no Tatum, I feel like that was what everybody thought the Celtics were going to look like going into the year, where they're just a bunch of rotation guys who can't make shots, and it's Jaylen Brown just turning the ball over, and it's just a complete mess.
Still can't dribble somehow.
He still can't dribble somehow. Like, also, saying like the league is out to get you when you were like in MVP talks all year is the stupidest. Like,
also,
he's the king of the forearm too.
When he's out here on when he's out here on this fucking Twitch stream in like March around the All-Star break, and he's talking about Shea flops and Shea foul baits and foul baiting. Let's not act like last time we didn't play the Thunder, he didn't get like 22 free throws or something doing the same shit. Oh my, like, can we talk about when he's on the podium after Game 7 and the whole season he's like, yeah, we were so good. We just had each other. We relied on this, blah, blah, blah. Game 7, oh, we didn't have our best player now, though. Like, take some fucking accountability. It's crazy how everyone lets this dude get away with it. He shits on Tatum all the time. And I think they have, like, some type of competitive thing going where, like, I think it's, like, civil between them. He shits on Tatum all the time, but then, Game 7, you let us down. Nah, our best player wasn't playing. Like,
also Embiid missed, 3 or 4 games?
Embiid I have some things to say about Embiid as well.
Let's hear him. I love hating
good
on
or
him.
bad.
I wish they put in Hugo Gonzalez earlier in the series to just go at Embiid's feet.
Yeah.
Muse Tavern, friend of the podcast. I was watching at the bar, and I'm like, why every time the 76ers drove the ball down the court, Jaylen Brown or Derek White would be guarding Joel Embiid, and they're like, oh, that's just switching. They just switch. You switch that fast onto an offensive play? That doesn't make any sense to me. How is it?
It was in foul trouble, so they had to do something.
Yeah, but like Garza can at least pretend to guard him.
And also, let's go back to Missoula. Why do we start Ron Harper Jr. for 4 minutes and then not play him again? Like, was that like people weren't giving too much effort in practice, so you're on some petty shit? Like, what was that?
It was him being like, oh, these guys got me to this point. They were literally the reason that they won so many games. Their bench would come in and muck stuff up. They would get everyone in everyone's head, and then they just didn't play in the playoffs, or they played like shit and then played 4 minutes. Doesn't make any sense to me. Played like a 6-man rotation in this series of your top 5 guys when your bench got you to this point.
I have no words for it, and that's
just not true.
Like I'm saying, okay. I actually think this was so bad that this season for the Celtics is not going to be remembered as like Jaylen Brown's season with Tatum's injury. It's going to be remembered as them blowing a 3-1 lead. Even though there were so many positive things that happened. Like, this was such a good season for them, objectively, if you take out, like, the last 2 weeks. Such a good season.
And on the preseason pod, we were all debating whether they would make the play-in.
I fucking wish they tanked this whole time. Like, we could – Silver was rigging that shit for us, too. Like, damn. Such a missed opportunity.
We'll have to see.
Darren Peterson could have been, like, out here.
You want to trade out Jaylen Brown for Darren Peterson?
No, I'm saying if we tanked, we could have gotten the draft pick.
Right. Final thoughts? Murph, I feel like we've been cutting you off a lot. I'm sorry. If there's anything else about that.
You guys have said pretty much everything that
all right.
Maxey's a goat.
Maxey's a really good player.
Edgecombe, big fan.
Big first playoff series.
Yeah, I mean, and I know we'll talk about it later, but I don't hate this Sixers team, honestly. You know, Embiid, it's tough losing to a guy like that, but he gained a lot of aura, I feel, just overall from this. So
it might be time for some Embiid.
We'll talk about that.
I have one more thing to say.
I just hate Joel Embiid.
Did anyone else see the video of Joel Embiid taking his kid in the garden and doing the whole this thing like Tatum did with Deuce after the championship. And then after that, Tatum goes up to him and daps him up and smiles. Like, it's just straight disrespect, and no one loves – they just don't love the game. Let's move on.
Okay. Well, we've got a lot of comments. Probably will be our longest segment of the night. So this was in regards to the Sengun being soft, Mikey and Murphs to get it. Skip, please. You know, unfortunately, we do have to cover every series.
So are you a?
We know.
I know who this is.
Who is this person?
It'll be revealed. Losing to the Sixers specifically makes me want to make a ceiling pizza. I'm not sure I want to understand that one. Pritchard needed one more 3 for my parlay, and if we won 2, that would have been euphoria. Yeah, you can't really. So I wish Dub would yell at me like this when I'm his guest. I believe this is Shane in the chat, UFC expert Shane. Maybe I'll have to start yelling on the UFC pods. You know, I'm kind of in the same spot here where I don't know much, but you know, who knows? Has anyone talked about how we only had 5 scores in a game 7? I didn't even know that until reading this sentence.
I did. I mean, I said their bench played like shit, but I mean,
5 scores in a game 7? That's embarrassing.
Yeah. Oh my god.
That's
a 0. Yeah.
That's Jalen hero ball for you.
Like, he was good in game 7 though. Like, you can't even be mad.
He was good in stretches. I turned the game on and he threw the ball directly out of bounds in the first possession.
Yeah, that did happen. I wasn't watching half the game. I won't even lie. I did watch the last 8 minutes, and that's
yeah. You said, can you address the conversation or the accusations from the crowd of you saying I'm not going to watch this game?
Oh.
But so I did stand by that, and then my roommate's just boyfriend was, visiting this weekend, and I heard him yelling down the hall about the game. So I was like, shit, like we must be up. And I walk in and we're down 10, but I'm like, dang, like I'm going to stay.
All right, so you don't live up to your word. Got it. All right. Sixers were only cool when Marco Bellinelli was on the team. I don't even hate the Sixers even that much either. No. I feel like this was more of the Celtics imploding than the Sixers being like when the Knicks beat us, I was like, fuck, I hate them because it's the Knicks and whatever. And maybe I just don't know enough Philly fans. I don't know. All right. We had 2 game 7s yesterday. First one, the Pistons, trouble in paradise for them. Number 1 seed, go down 3-1, but they're able to come back all the way. Some disappointing performances out of the Magic in the last couple of games, game 6 especially. I think yesterday as basketball fans, we all wanted these game 7s to be great, and neither of them really were too big of like a draw. But the Pistons survive in advance. They'll go against the Cavaliers, but this series got really tight, and all 3 of us picked the Magic to just lose out in the play-in games and not even be in this playoffs. And here they are. They win game 1, surprisingly. And I don't know. Murph, we'll go to you first. Was this just a stylistic thing for the Pistons, or is this something to worry them moving forward? And then, obviously, we can kind of separate the Magic segment after because they made a move today. But your thoughts on the series?
I mean, part of it is like it's hard to point the finger at like any one thing. Part of it is just like the Magic was just really inconsistent and bad, but the Pistons were too. Really, it was like Jalen Duren, just the disappearing man in Detroit. He goes from like 20-10 to like getting outscored by Wendell Carter Jr. in this series. And it's just like, that's like your number 2 guy who's an all-star this year. And he's just like completely gone. Like I forget what it was even like watching like Durham play in the regular season with how bad he was in this series. That being said, there was that game, I think game 5 or whichever one, like Paolo and Cade were going like band for band in. That was a really good game. Yeah. And other than that, Cade Cunningham is just really good at basketball. Asar Thompson is maybe the best perimeter defender in the entire NBA after that series. That game 5 where he had like, I think like 5 blocks and like 10 rebounds. He's not really a scoring threat, but on the defensive end, like he was a lot of fun to watch. Yeah, I don't know. This Pistons team has me kind of questioning their validity after that series of being the 1 seed, but at the same time, they pulled it out, and I think it might just be growing pains with a young team.
Would you guys say this is the best overall series between two teams?
No.
This is such an ugly watch.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm a
rock fight.
I was thinking this as like they were down 3-2, or the Magic were up 3-2. We always do this with teams heading into the playoffs. We make good observations about them throughout the season. Like Pistons don't have a number 2 ball handler. They have no shooting. And then we forget about it going into the playoffs and like, oh, they're going to roll this team. Well, this Magic team has guys who can guard Cade. And if Cade can't do anything, like the first 3 games of the series, or the first, I think he got going in the 3rd game, but if he can't do that, then this Pistons team is just bad. Like if they take Cade off the floor, they are a bad team. And the Magic had that until Franz went out and they had nobody to guard him anymore and he went off. I think this puts like a spotlight on the Pistons at the trade deadline, getting Kevin Huerter and nothing else. They could have went after Io, who dropped 40 in Game 6. Like,
Kobe
I don't know.
White, they could have gotten.
Yeah, there's a lot of guards that they could have gotten. They could have like a bigger move, like trading Tobias, but Tobias obviously went off in Game 7. I don't know. Magic fired Mosley today, so that nothing changed there. We all knew they were going to fire him after the season, whether they lost in the play-in or whatever. But I don't know. This Pistons team gives me no confidence in them going forward after the series, even with them smoking them in Game 6 and 7.
Do you think if the Magic had won this series, then Mosley would still be fired?
Yeah, I do. Because I don't think that this series was like indicative of him coaching. I think it was just his players played hard because they knew it was playoffs and they were healthy. And then they weren't healthy anymore, so
Franz.
They sucked in Game 6 and 7. So
unfortunate series of events. I liked watching this series.
That dunk, Kane over.
Oh yeah, that was historic. Also, throwback to the
insane.
Celtics. If Jordan Walsh landed that dunk, that was insane.
What about I mean, there was a Game 7 dunk. Evan Mobley almost ended like 3 different people's careers last night too. So people are trying to dunk on people. I love to see.
I respect it. We need some of that. We're missing our dunkers in the league now, so not a lot of good dunk contests. Ali, additional thoughts on the series of anything?
I just think both Paolo and Cade were really good, and it was really entertaining to watch them. And I know Paolo needs to be more consistent, but they're both really good. Cade is so good. I feel like I haven't really watched him until this series, but he's just like on every single play. It's really impressive. But yeah.
All right. Well, we had one last Game 7. The Cavs and the Raptors do battle. Michael, your former favorite player, RJ Barrett, hits one off the roof, or it hits the rim and it goes off the roof, goes back into the hoop. Raptors make this a series, but I feel like none of the games were like particularly that interesting besides that game. Like I feel like it was one of those series where it was just like blowout, home team blowout, but I could be wrong. I didn't watch a lot of the series. I watched Game 1. I think that was it. But what were your takeaways, Michael? I know you might have a little bit of a rooting interest in the Raptors.
I definitely was rooting for the Raptors because I hate the Cavs. But yeah, this series, I liked watching this series. Scotty Barnes was awesome. He was he was the best player in the series. There's also, like I was saying about the Pistons, this gives me no confidence in them in the Cavs going forward. Both Donovan and James Harden both disappeared at times in every single game. James Harden had a bad game in Game 7 like usual, but it was just Jared Allen went off in the second half. Evan Mobley was good because the Raptors have no centers. Colin Murray-Broyles is their best 5-man, and he's like 6'8" or 6'9". The Cavs I don't think they're a scary playoff team. The Raptors overachieved this year, which is awesome for them. They got a lot of money tied up in a lot of people who aren't very good. Jakob Poeltl being the main one there, but it'd be an interesting offseason for them. I feel like the series might have been different if Brandon Ingram didn't go down.
I was going to say, what happened to him?
5, I think. He hurt his heel. I liked watching this series. They're good hard-fought games. Scotty Barnes is an interesting player to watch because he is very atypical. I feel like he's found a little bit of a mid-range game, but he can't really shoot. But it's fun watching him defend and dunk on people. The Raptors' entire offense for a lot of this series was just Scotty Barnes running as fast as he could down the court and getting into the paint.
It sounds like a fun time. He was
Is it like an overreaction to say Scotty Barnes is a top 15 player in the league after the series?
I don't think so, because I would guess he makes third team All-NBA. Or he's like
top 10.
He's like 14, 15, 16, I feel like, for people.
I'm going to say no.
CMB is crazy, too. But they were just killing them on the boards.
Who? The Cavs? In Game 7, the Cavs destroyed the Raptors on the boards.
Yeah.
The Cavs, I think,
had a great game. 22 and 19. He was all over the place.
I think the Cavs out-rebounded the Raptors in Game 7 by like 20-something. Let's see.
All right, well.
Yeah, the rebounding in Game 7 was 60-33. So that's basically how this game ended. The Cavs just got on the glass.
Was it not like that like all series?
I don't think so.
I think the Raptors were out-rebounding them especially on the offensive boards, I know.
That's crazy.
All right, we'll have to see what the Raptors have in store for next year. And we are off to round 2. We'll start with the West.
Did we already recap our scores from the bracket after round?
No, we'll do that at the end. Or do you want to do that now?
Yeah.
All right, we'll do it at the end. We'll have a little twist at the end, actually. So, before we get to that, we have to talk about the round 2 playoff series. So, brackets out the window. You know, some of us lost our finals matchup in the Nuggets Celtics, so we can just we can go as we go. You know, some of us may not have been all the way tuned into NBA regular season, so when you see the products, you're like, oh, now I see it, and I can make more accurate and better predictions. So that starts with the Thunder and the Lakers. So I guess 2 questions. The first question is, what is Luka Doncic's availability? Is this like a joke? Am I going to get like screwed with if I pick the Lakers to win more than a game? Can someone fill me in on what's going on with Luka?
I think it's at least Game 3.
Yeah.
Game 3. Okay. Okay. So my second question is, can the Lakers in any world win more than one game in this series?
I think yes.
Jalen Williams is injured, allegedly, right?
All these injuries, dude. What's going on?
That time of year.
I guess. But they just haven't they? When was Game 4? Like a week and a half ago?
Yeah.
Yeah, something.
I don't know.
Like that.
I don't know if he's going to play. He might play, but we'll see.
No, I think barring anything disastrous, I don't think the Lakers win a game here, even if Luka were to come back in Game 3. I think OKC is just a better team, straight up. Like, again, respect to the Lakers. They've been fun to watch in the playoffs, but I don't know. I don't think they can compete at all with OKC's pace or defense or anything.
Who is going to guard Shea? Like Rui Hachimura?
Luke Kennard.
Oh, God.
Luke Kennard put in some
it's going to be Marcus Smart.
Oh, wait, yeah, duh, it'll be Marcus Smart.
I mean, either way, that's not a good
matchup.
It
doesn't matter.
I think this is the only way that the Lakers win games in this series if they win the free throw margin by a lot. And they're obviously going to get a lot of foul calls because the Lakers always get a lot of foul calls, but the Thunder are goats at it. So I don't really see. I feel like this is a 5-game series. If Luka comes back and looks like 85, 90% of himself, which I feel like he'll come back if he's 60% of himself, I feel like then they'll have a chance to win games. Because I don't know, what was it 2 years ago when or with the Mavs that they beat him. Yeah. I mean, he's done it before, so you never know.
Luka Ball. Oh, actually, speaking of our dad, I said Luka's better than Jason Tatum, and he was like, no, that's not true.
When did he say that?
The other night.
I'm surprised.
Tatum's top 5, and I was like, no, he's not.
Not anymore.
The other night, he wanted us to keep Jaylen Brown and trade Tatum for something else.
I'm on that train as well. All right, so, I feel like there's not a lot of things we can say about this series. So let's go around the horn.
Thunder are getting a cakewalk. So
our official predictions. Michael, we'll start with you since this is a cakewalk. Do the mighty Lakers take a game off them?
Give me 5.
I can also say our picks because we still have those are still active.
My pick in this series was Thunder in 5 against
over the Rockets. Yeah, so it doesn't change with the Lakers. Murph, we go to you. What's your prediction for this series?
Thunder in 4. Clean sweep. Yep.
Ali?
I'm
gonna low-key say Thunder in 5, and if Luka's back, if Luka's back, I'll go Thunder in 6. And I have something to say. I think Lakers have a coaching advantage here, and I'm gonna just leave it at that.
I feel like you can't say that then, so I'm gonna leave it at that.
I think
you could say that. I think
Dagnall, whatever his name is.
You're a Dagnall hater.
I don't think he's that good.
Yeah.
He's gonna put in Cason Wallace, and if Cason Wallace can't make a shot, if Alex Caruso can't make shots, and Luka's hot one night, or Reeves is hot, I think you could have a very close game.
Luke Kennard.
Exactly. He was so bad in the first series, though, I thought.
So you're caveating your pick with Luka. That's kind of unfair, but whatever.
Right. I'm gonna Thunder in 5.
I'm gonna stick with the Thunder in 5 as well, even if Luka comes back. I don't know. I don't feel like. What's next? Can we get LeBron back somewhere to make a real run at it next year? Is that what we're headed towards? One last.
This is a real. What do you think? They don't have a chance? Come on.
They're running into the buzzsaw of the league.
You had them losing in 5.
Yeah, they're gonna win. The Thunder are gonna win 7 out of the next 10 championships. Okay, so this is not a fair series for LeBron.
That's what we said about the Nuggets, and that's what we said about the Celtics. And come on, these things don't happen like that anymore.
No past winner has made it past the second round here, so it would be the Lakers doing it.
All right. Something to keep an eye on. Other West series, the Spurs and the Timberwolves. So I have the up-to-date information. Anthony Edwards will play tonight. Game 1 is tonight. We have 2 game 1s tonight. Spurs and Timberwolves. Michael, we'll start with you on your analysis of the series. You've first podcast, you're very high on the Timberwolves' chances to at least make it out of that round. But now they run into another great team with another great center. The San Antonio Spurs maybe more well-rounded, maybe better coached. Do you think the Timberwolves have a chance in this one, or is this just a warpath between the Thunder and Spurs ultimately colliding in the Western Conference Finals?
Well, this is the semifinal matchup that I had predicted. I don't know if Anthony Edwards is going to look anything like himself I think he played 2 games in this previous series, and he did not look great. I don't know, Ali, if Io's back.
I don't know either, actually.
I think
I'll do some research.
I think it was a calf strain, and that's usually 2 weeks, so probably not. And obviously Dante tore his Achilles, unfortunately. I don't know. I think this is going to be an awesome series. If Anthony Edwards is playing like himself, trying to dunk on people, Anthony Edwards dunking on Wemby in this series is definitely something that would be awesome to see. I have the Spurs in 7 games is what I predicted, and I think I'm going to keep it like that. I just feel like the Timberwolves have the wherewithal. They've been here before. They know what it's like in the playoffs. 2 straight Western Conference Finals appearances. And the Spurs team, they can lose games. Wemby might miss 1 or 2. Missed 1 in the first series. And the Spurs haven't been here. Their rookies and second-year, third-year players played well in the first series against the Blazers, but that's the Blazers, and this is the Timberwolves. And I feel like the Timberwolves might be able to do something.
Looks like Iowa's a true game-time decision for tonight, so maybe push it back later on in the series. Murphy, go to you. What do you think about this series?
Well, I was unaware that Ant was even playing tonight. But yeah, I think this could also be like one of the best series in the whole playoffs here. I think like San Antonio, or I think San Antonio is just a better team than Minnesota, but I think Minnesota has the benefit of having really good wings, like specifically Jaden McDaniels. Whereas that's like the Spurs pretty much one weakness in their roster is like they don't have really great wings. They have really good guard play and obviously Wemby. I think Wemby on Gobert is going to be a really interesting matchup because it's been great when they matched up in the regular season so far. I don't know. It's just a chess match between the two of them, like every time, of how you take a guy like Wemby out of the game, a guy who can like not a guy like Gobert, he can't go over him, he can like go around him. So I don't know. I'm taking San Antonio in 5, but yeah.
Oh, after all that.
Yeah. It'll be a great city. It'll be a very hard fought 5, I think.
I'm looking at the first 3 games. First 2 games are at 9:30 p.m. on Monday and Wednesday, so I'll not be watching either of those, but maybe I'll catch game 3 and 4. I'm going with, I can actually switch my pick because I had the Nuggets in this series. So I'm switching to Spurs, but I do think the Timberwolves take 2 games. So I think Anthony Edwards or somebody, I think maybe those wings, somebody like Naz Reid or Jaden McDaniels. I know Naz Reid isn't really a wing, but one of those guys pops off, maybe steals the game one of the first 2 games, then they split in Minnesota, then San Antonio closes them out or something like that. I think, I don't know, the Minnesota Timberwolves, they do have that experience. And I thought the Spurs would have a little bit more trouble in the first round. I guess the Trailblazers aren't really tested in this era either. So I don't know. I think it's going to be are the Timberwolves? No. I was going to say maybe they're the most experienced team left, but they're definitely not. I'm going to go with the Spurs beat the Timberwolves in 6 games. I think Anthony Edwards, the guards, I don't know. But I do want to see San Antonio versus Thunder in the Western Conference Finals. I think that's what we're all kind of waiting for. So I hope Timberwolves give them a good series, but we ultimately get what we're all wishing for in the Spurs and the Thunder. Ali, we go to you.
Yeah, I think Spurs in 6 as well. I kind of think the Timberwolves are definitely going to make it a good series, but I feel like the Spurs just have way more that they can work with, like a bit more bench depth, and they can kind of try more things out and see what goes right and wrong. I think it'll be a minute, I'd assume, before probably game 3 is when we'll start really getting games. Like I wouldn't be surprised if tonight was a complete blowout, but I think it'll be a good series, but Spurs in 6.
All right. Well, we go to the Eastern Conference.
Did play 2 days ago, right? Or no?
3.
No, they
played Friday night. Yeah, or Thursday night, one of those nights. Well, we're in the Eastern Conference now, starting with probably the NBA TV series.
Making us wait.
It's a show. We gotta save the intrigue towards the end. Probably the NBA TV series, if there were to be one in the second round. But the Pistons take on the Cavaliers in round 2. Ali, we'll kick it back to you to start off this one. How interested are you in this series? Will you be watching, and what do you think happens?
I think this should be a pretty good series because I feel like the Cavs have enough offense to beat the Pistons like shooting issues, but that the Pistons also have enough defense to counter that. So I think this should be a pretty interesting series. I actually wouldn't be surprised if it went 7 and it was like a lot of very close games. Did I have this though, or?
Yeah, we all had Pistons versus Cavaliers.
What did I pick here?
Initially, you picked Pistons in 5 games.
Oh God, you're kidding. I'm gonna go Pistons in 7 because I feel like Harden is he's gonna be tired at some point. I feel like the youth of Detroit will just be better here.
All right. So switch, same pick, but maybe a couple more games after watching that Pistons series. Murph, we go to you. What do you think about this series?
I'm looking forward to it. Just because I have literally no idea what's going to happen. Like it could be like Cleveland in 5, it could be Detroit in 7, and none of it would surprise me. I think it's going to be close. I'm excited to see like Duren versus Allen in the post. because both of them, I think Duren was limited really physically in the last series, and Allen just wasn't physical until Game 7. So hopefully they both
have
play
soft
like the
allegations.
Yeah, they both have soft allegations, but hopefully they both do their best to put those to rest. But yeah, and I mean, I've already said what I like about Detroit, and hopefully D Mitch or Harden don't choke too bad this time. But yeah, should be a good series.
Your official pick?
I think I have Detroit in 7 as well, but again, it could, and literally anything could happen.
Yeah, so I initially picked Detroit in 7 as well, but I kind of want to switch. I kind of want to root for the Cavs, and I can be right no matter what I said, because either I'll have said Pistons before the playoffs started or Cavs as we get into it. So I think go with the Cavs. I think this would actually be probably, I don't know. Well, I think the Lakers Thunder is going to be a bad series. I don't know. I think the other 3 could be good, though.
I think this could be the best.
Yeah.
There's a chance.
Low key, yeah.
I kind of think both coaches are hot garbage. Like, both players are kind of...
Actually, well, breaking news, JB Bickerstaff got an extension.
I'm sorry.
The previous 2 coaches of the year, correct? Right?
Wait, what?
Kenny Atkinson won last year, and JB is going to win this year?
Whatever.
Did you have a vote, Michael? Do you know something we don't know? I thought Joe Mazzulla was going to win, from what I heard half an hour ago.
I've seen the votes. So, anyways.
Okay, so maybe not the coach of the year. He did get extended. I think this year is going to be a look-ahead year for the Pistons, where sometimes teams get too high of seeds. And, if the Cavs lose this, I feel like it's either you're getting LeBron or, like, you got to, like, soft reset, because I feel like they go to the second round every year. And, like, depending how this goes, I think there could be actually some narratives formed about either team, more likely Cavaliers if they lose. But I'm going to go with the Cavs to win in 6 games. I trust Donovan Mitchell. I think I'm looking forward to seeing him and Cade do battle. I feel like they'll have at least 1 or 2 games where, like, they're both going back and forth, like maybe 35 points each, something like that. There could be some ugly games, like the Pistons round 1 series. But I'm switching my pick. I'm going to go with the Cavs in 6 games to beat the Pistons. Michael, we go to you. Maybe some potential intrigue for the Knicks if they were to advance. Is that bias playing into your pick? Who do you want to see, and who do you think is going to
win? Who do I want to see?
Of course, the Knicks have to win their series.
Yes, obviously, caveats included.
Yep.
We'd smack them both.
Okay.
Yeah, for this series, I'm interested in who's guarding Cade. Cavs start 2 small guards and Dean Wade. So, are we going to get Dean Wade on Cade Cunningham? I feel like that's definitely tough if we're doing that. But also, if the Pistons are going to be able to score at will, if they match up like that, I think the Cavs also will be able to do a little bit better on offense than they did against the Raptors. I feel like the Raptors had a perfect game plan. Pistons obviously are a very good defensive team. But I don't know. We'll see. I feel like this is going to be a very good series, like you all said. And my pick before was Pistons in 7, and I think we're going to keep it that way because I'd love to see a James Harden choke job in Game 7.
That matters.
It matters to me.
No, I know, but like he choked last night, but no one cared.
Exactly.
Because they won.
Who do you guys think they put Thompson on? Probably Harden, right? Because he's too big for Mitchell.
I don't know. I feel like it's definitely dependent on who else is on the floor. I feel like they start him on Donovan.
Yeah.
I feel like Cade's definitely underrated as a defender, and I feel like he's better suited for James Harden of those 2 guys. So maybe that.
Yeah, you might be right. That'll be interesting, I think, all the matchups there and how the coaches go about it because they both suck. So
true. I feel like the benches in these series are also going to matter a lot. Like if Sam Merrill goes for like a 5 for 9 from 3 game, that sort of thing. If we get anything from Karis LeVert or Kevin Huerter or Duncan Robinson, obviously starts. But yeah,
Isaiah Stewart was bad in this past series.
Nah, Isaiah Stewart's a dog. Come on. He had a game where he had 9 blocks, I think.
I think he had more blocks than points this series.
What they're asking him to do.
He had to clean up after Duran.
True.
God forbid a guy plays defense, right? All right, Michael.
He didn't fight anyone either, so that's a win.
This is all we have left on this pod. You know, a lot of us thought we'd have Knicks versus Celtics. This would be like a banterous back and forth like last year. Unfortunately, you know, the green team let us down. So here we are, Knicks 76ers. Yeah. Would you like to hear the group's opinion first, or would you like to give your opinion first?
My opinion is that I hate Joel Embiid. So you can take it from there, then I'll circle back around.
All right. Murph, we'll start with you. Knicks versus 76ers. Where do you see this series going?
I also hate Joel Embiid, and I'm a Knicks fan for the next 2 weeks. Yeah. That being said,
one thing first though.
Yeah.
During these two, we were both watching games in game 6s, I believe, and I said I would root for the Celtics if you rooted for the Knicks, and the Knicks won because I was kind about it, saying that I would root for you, and you said fuck you, and Celtics got smacked. So
I don't know if I said fuck
Dub?
you.
No, Dub said this.
Oh.
Listen, I don't regret anything I ever do. There's bigger factors at play than little old me in the Dubcast saying I'm not going to be nice to New York fans because they're fucking so mean to me. And it's not. I never say it's you, but you know there are people who aren't very nice to me. So I have to.
I think Greg's small.
No, it's not even. He's not even that bad. I have to keep, stay on target. But sorry for being disrespectful. We'll see where I go with this series, but. Is that what you're?
All right, sorry. Continue. Yes.
All right. Murph, go ahead. Your analysis on this beautiful series between the Knicks and the 76ers.
I think Embiid is the best player if he's healthy in this whole series. But that obviously, is a very big if. I think if he doesn't play, the series changes drastically, and the Knicks make light work of Philly. But if he is, the matchups get a lot more interesting. How the Knicks play Mitchell Robinson, what they do with Cat, what Philly does with Drummond, how they use him. Even guys like Dominic Barlow from Philly, how does he factor into this? So I think Embiid playing really kind of is going to determine how this series goes. But yeah, I'm excited to watch OG and PG. And more VJ Edgecombe ball. But yeah, my prediction. I have Knicks in 6, in a tight 6. And that's with Embiid playing.
All right. Ali?
Yeah, I was actually going to say, I think the OG-PG matchup will be really interesting. And if either of them are good, that could literally swing the game for their team. I almost think Cat is maybe, I don't know if I'd say he's better than Embiid, but if Embiid's going to have whatever leg injury going on, I might say Cat's the best player in the series. But, that's maybe a stretch. But I think the Knicks should be – what?
What about Jalen Brunson, guys?
Cat's better. We all know it. I think –
As someone who watched 82 games of them this year, JB's considerably better.
I disagree.
Okay.
But all right, maybe I'm just I got Knicks in 5. I don't know. This should be a fun series, but I just don't see it. And their fans are already doing the bullshit on Twitter, not letting each other buy tickets in the stadiums and crap. And it's kind of fun.
Embiid did that on the podium after Game 7. He said, "Don't let." He was like, last time we played these guys in the playoffs, Knicks fans took over our building. Don't sell your tickets after Game 7.
I did place a bet on Cat getting Finals MVP the other day, so I kind of just need to glaze him to keep his spirits up so that we can get that money.
I'm sure he's listening to this.
Yeah, for when he watches.
Yeah.
when you're
I'll
saying
send it to
Finals
him.
MVP. that'll be the extra step that gets him across the finish line. Well, I'm going to zag while everyone's zigging in the Eastern Conference, it looks like. I think the 76ers could win this series. Embiid, bro, he was making every single shot against the Celtics. And, like, will Cat be able to defend him better than some of the guys in the Celtics? Probably. But, like, if you start tabulating, like, if you get 2 Maxey games, 2 Embiid games, and, like, a Paul George game or 2 mixed in there, that's trouble to deal with. And I don't think, like, the Knicks are just this runaway. I think this will be, if the Knicks were to go on and make the finals, this would be the toughest test, obviously, with a healthy Embiid. All indications are he's going to be healthy for this series. I don't know if someone else is or anything different, but I think game 1 tonight, they're probably cooked, the 76ers. But if you steal that game 2, you know, you're headed back to Philly, things aren't looking so bad. I think Sixers win this in 6 games. Embiid finally makes it to the Eastern Conference Finals. And, you know, this is kind of just a washed year in NBA history legacy of the Thunder just reaping and sowing everybody. You know, maybe I have a negative outlook on the NBA, but I think Sixers win this in 6 games. Tyrese Maxey, I'm willing to support him, and I'm willing to support Joel Embiid. You know, he's been through a lot. He's a really empathetic guy.
Yeah, he is.
No, I don't like this. I don't like the stuff he does with Mitchell Robinson and like being dirty and stuff. Hopefully, it's a clean series. You know, I'm sure there won't be.
I guarantee you that there will not. This will not be a clean series.
I think we're gonna get like 1.5 fights a game.
This could be. This could be. This is the series.
If Jose Alvarado doesn't throw a punch, I will be surprised.
I'm expecting Garden to be rocking tonight too. It better be.
This game's in 2 hours and starting to get jittery.
We got an hour and 17 minutes.
Oh yeah, math is hard. What did you say your prediction, Deb?
Yeah, 76ers in 6 games.
Oh, good. Thank you. I appreciate that. I've got the Knicks in 6, same as Matt. I feel like this series is going to come down to Cat drawing Embiid away from the paint. I think the 76ers play 6 guys. They played 2 nights ago. I think this game 1 might be a little bit of a wiping. Knicks are on 5 days rest. And the Sixers, Embiid took like 3 shots to the knee in the last like 4 minutes of that game. He definitely could be hobbled, and I feel like that will definitely have an effect on this series. I feel like he plays every game, but in their series 2 years ago, he missed the second half of a game. I think he missed another game. But in reality, this is Jalen Brunson. He averaged, what is this? Where are we? I lost it. The last 4 games of the series they had 2 years ago, he scored over 40 points. He dominates this matchup. He always has. He always will. He played there in college, loves the building, has banners hung in the rafters there. And Knicks fans travel. I feel like nobody cares that Sixers fans are going to not sell their tickets because buy them on the secondary market like everyone always does anyway. And the Knicks are going to dominate the series. I'll give them 2 games because Max is going to have one. The Knicks don't really have a perfect matchup for him. I don't think anybody does. Like maybe the perfect matchup is like Cason Wallace, or I don't even know. Jaden McDaniels maybe could do it. I don't think that, I know both of Ali and Matt both said that OG and PG are going to be big swing factors in the series. I don't think they guard each other. I feel like the Knicks start with McHale on PG and Josh Hart on Maxey to see how long that lasts.
Is Cat guarding Embiid? Like for
Cat's
sure?
guarding Embiid. And then you'll see OG on Embiid. You'll see
McHale would be better on Embiid.
McHale on Embiid.
I don't know.
McHale's like a little stick figure, man. He's getting
put a big
tossed in the
body on him.
basket.
No, don't worry. Jalen Brown can guard him, though.
Yeah.
Derek White can guard him, though.
Well, that's the other thing I was going to say. The Knicks have defenders for Embiid. Mitch clamped him up the only reason Embiid had good stats in that series 2 years ago because Hartenstein could do nothing against Embiid. He got put in the basket. He fouled him every time. And Embiid hates playing against Mitch because he dominates him. And then he rips his legs off. So hopefully no injuries happen in this series. But I think this is, I don't know. I don't think they can because they play 6 guys. They can't get in foul trouble.
Adam Bono subbed in and play a role.
Sure, let's get the Adam Bono in there. I don't know. I love this series. I'm glad it happened. I kind of wanted the Celtics, but don't mind playing these guys again.
You already had that thrill last year.
Because you don't have a center. That's why. And Cat would dominate. Just like he did in round 1.
Felger and Maz got a word of Jaylen Brown's stream. Like, we're about to be hearing about this later.
All right. Well, we do have one more segment before we sign off tonight. We all made playoff brackets. Well, 3 of us did. A little update. So 1 point for correct team, 1 point for correct games. In the first round, Michael is the leader in the clubhouse with 10 points. And me and Ali both have 8 points. My finals pick is Nuggets over Celtics. That is dead in the water. Ali has Celtics over Thunder. So Champ is dead. And Michael's is still alive. Thunder versus Knicks. So we open the floor now to the new guests. Murph, if you wanted to give your bracket, I don't know if you made one for the whole playoffs or if you want to just rip here and go off. We won't count yours officially, but just to get a take out there before we get too deep into it.
Yeah, I didn't make an actual bracket, but I think I had for round 1, I had like Rockets in 5, which was completely wrong. I had OKC in 4. I had Spurs in 4. I think I had Denver in 6. I think I had Cleveland in 5. I had the Celtics probably in like 6. And I think I had Atlanta beating New York in like 7. And I had the Pistons beating the Magic in 4. So I was way off on like everything.
Don't worry.
You got Thunder in 4.
I might as well have not had one. I had Thunder in 4, yeah.
How do you see the rest? What was your finals pick?
It would have been Celtics Thunder. And
okay.
Celtics winning in like 7. But that's not.
I'm glad at least I didn't pick the Celtics to win it all. But my team is also out that I picked to win it all. So, all right. Well, that was pretty successful. A lot of discourse tonight. Any final thoughts before we transition to watching round 2, and then we'll be back for round 2 and then the semis. Game 1, an hour, 10 minutes. Michael, what are the feelings? What's the spread tonight?
I don't know, and I'm not gonna look. But you can look and tell me if you want.
I would guess like Knicks 4.5.
I'd guess it's
Knicks
more
minus
than
7.5.
Yeah. What?
I might hammer the Knicks, to be honest.
Sixers played 2 days ago, and the Knicks are 5 days on rest.
True.
Or 4 days, I think, actually.
That place is going to be jumping, too.
I don't know. Tonight, I trust the Knicks. We'll see how the rest of the series goes.
You got blessed at the games tonight. That's crazy.
Why?
Yeah, it's such a quick turnaround. That's shocking.
So fast. What's the rush, NBA?
Don't do it in 7 games. Finish them early. Come on.
You're right.
Just take down the second seed in 4. Yeah. All right.
Or we could have just handled business in Game 5 like we all thought we would.
Yeah, then you would have had extra rest, and this series would have started 3 days ago or something. They would have made us play on a back-to-back.
How about Timberwolves at Spurs minus 9.5?
I think the T-Wolves cover.
Yeah, same.
If Ant's playing, yeah, give me the T-Wolves cover. All right. Final thoughts, anybody?
Did anyone see that boat of like, it was like Boston Sports? That was mad funny.
I'm surprised they let him do that.
Did you not see it?
No. Oh, it's Bill Simmons thing?
Yeah, but it was. There's 2 people doing Titanic on the front of the boat. I'll give you 2 guesses of those 2 people.
I just said it.
One is the head coach.
I know Bill Simmons is on it. Is it Bill and Joe?
Nope.
Yeah, people are saying we're cursed from Diana Rossini, so I guess that's
She's
something to
gonna get
monitor.
us.
That's something to monitor moving forward. I don't know why she'd curse us after that.
She had a good thing going, and
yeah, can we get a paternity test investigation going on?
All right.
For her son, Michael.
Yeah. Let's stop slandering my fellow Buckeye alum here, though.
Who, Diana?
I think he's gotten a pretty fair amount of slander. All right, we'll save this for the we'll table this for the NFL offseason pod.
This is an awesome story. I love it. What do you think he was doing before the Super Bowl? Preparing, or?
All right, so we'll be back. If there's game 7s, it might be a little bit longer. So the way I like to do is I'd like to see the second round end completely, and then we'll go. Even if there's game 1 or 2s, whatever. So we'll be back for that. Yeah, expect everything. So who knows? Hopefully we get.
I'm hoping we get some long series.
I think we'll get at least 2 long ones.
Yeah.
I don't know which ones, but all right. Good night to the people out there. Thanks for your comments throughout the way and viewing on the replay. If you're here on the replay, we'll see you guys for the semifinals predictions and round 2.